Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Grab a seat, grab a drink. Today, I want to tell you about my first year of streaming. The good, the bad, and everything in between. Honestly, it's been a year. It's been a year and a half almost. I'm not a big streamer. I don't have millions of followers, and this is my perspective. I think this is from the perspective of a small streamer. So welcome. As I said, grab a seat, grab a drink, and let's chat today. 1 year and a half ago, I pressed go live for the second time. Over 1 year has passed. And you know what? If you would have told me when I started that today, I would be streaming almost every single day. I would be playing brand new games given to me by agencies. I would be talking with developers. I would have left. Like that would have been, I think that would have been the end goal for me at one point. I said earlier that this is the second time I started streaming. I tried first time in 2020. 2020. I tried it for, I think, about 2 weeks. During that, I've done about 3 streams of 3 hours in total, and it didn't click. So, why did I start last year? Why was I so serious? Last year, I would say the beginning of last year, 2025, was very important for me. Yeah, something changed in my personal life. My lovely wife, Mrs. Wizard, was going through something very difficult, health-wise, and I decided I wanted to spend more time home. And I think this is a decision that matters for every single one of you. A decision that it doesn't matter where it comes from, it doesn't matter the reason, but you made it. And that point, that decision made you go, maybe I want to stream, maybe I want to start. So the beginning was very, very rough, I would say. Very rough. Why? Because I've done something that I see a lot of new streamers, and I can say now a lot of new streamers are doing this. They go into this adventure of streaming, either on YouTube, on Twitch, wherever, on TikTok, Shorts, or the Gleam platform, or whatever. And they start the streaming with an expectation that's not real. A lot of the videos out there, a lot of the YouTube channels, video shorts, and everything else, I watched them before I started this. I didn't go in blind, but they were selling a dream that is not real. Not in day one. So how was day one? I pressed go live. And I'll talk soon about the streaming setup I had. I pressed go live and I started playing. Now, in my day-to-day business, I talk a lot. I'm chatty outside streaming. I'm well-mannered and everything else, but I found it difficult. Why? Because for the first time I was looking at the camera, and I decided to go with the camera on. I said, if I do something, I do it proper, my way. So day one, nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. And I want you all to have that expectations. Nothing will happen. It is your day. Emotions are going to run high. I had technical difficulties. I had emotion fluctuating up and down, up and down. The setup was not done correctly, and we will talk about this in future videos. But the idea is the first day was the worst day of streaming for me. This was 8th of January 2025. And thank God there is no recording of that, because that was, out of a scale of 1 to 10, mine was 0. That was it. That's the reality. And I want you all to have that expectation. And I finished the first stream. I think it lasted about 4 hours. And it was awful. I felt awful. I was like, I'm not doing this again. And I think part of me wanted to stop there. Thank God I didn't. And I'm telling you, don't. Don't do that. Just keep going. You'll see how the story changes. So, how difficult was it? Was very difficult. Why? Because now I was talking not with a person. I was talking with a piece of plastic. There was nobody in chat. There was no interaction. I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know how to present what I was doing. I had no clue. Nothing. I was watching streamers for years. Before I press go live, this is the expectation you're having. I was under the impression I could do better. After I pressed go live, I realized I couldn't. You see, I was comparing myself with people that have been streaming for 10, 15 years. People that had teams of PRs and managers, editors, and everything behind them because they've been working in that field for so long. They grew all of this. So should you start? Yes, you should start 100%. If you want to do this, go for it. This is my journey, and I'm very happy I did start. The first day itself was awful. The next few days were the same. Here's what happened. My expectations were crushed. Very fast, I understood that basically me, I had to learn a lot. I had to learn how to present myself. I had to learn how to act in front of the camera because at one point you need to understand, yes, be yourself, but there are still limits. There are still TOSs on every platform you stream. There are still guidelines. There are some basic things you need to follow. And I'm not saying I was doing something awful. It's just I had to learn at my age, over 40, way over 40, new stuff that I haven't done ever. And this wasn't a business meeting where you can read a room, where you can bounce a thought, an idea, or anything else, or where a glance tells you how to progress. No, this was blind. Yeah, you're just sitting in front of a screen and you're playing a video game and you need to make people come and talk with you. The reality was it was hard growing. And that's when I understood that all those videos, all those do it like this and you're gonna grow in the next 2 days by 10,000 users were bullshit. And that's the reality. And that is also the reason we are doing from now on a series of talks in the tavern, because the reality is different than those clickbaits. What you see in those clickbait videos, shorts of, oh my God, put this title, it's gonna change your stream. No, it's not. Nice. Buy this microphone and your voice, no, it's not. You 100% need a 4K. No, you don't. No, you don't. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit so much on all those videos. I have put a redeem on my stream that says I call bullshit. This is bullshit. That's it. And that's your expectation. That should be the reality, how you step into this new world. Now, another thing, and I saw this in new streamers, friends I've met through the last year, learning the technical side. You will find a lot of tutorials. You will find a lot of do it like this, and your stream is gonna feel 1,000 times better. No, learn it. You will have technical difficulties. Everyone has. Everyone has them. It's a long process to reach a stage where you can press go live and nothing happens, and that is the reality. So be prepared for that. Learning the softwares, learning how to deal with an empty chat, learning how social media works from the streaming perspective, because you see the social media from somebody that doesn't create content, or maybe you do a different type of content. Learning all of that, it's not impossible. It's not hard. Trust me, I did it. And again, I don't have 1.1 million followers. Yeah, when I'm not talking from that perspective, I'm talking to you from somebody that's doing it every day, that's growing slow and steady on multiple platforms. I'm telling you, it can be done. It's not easy. You're gonna have days where it feels hard, but it can be done. And thank God I've done it, because I'm enjoying it more than I've done a lot of other jobs or hobbies in my life. So, first day, smashed it out of the park. It went. The next few weeks were also lessons. One of the few things that people don't tell you is when you start streaming, you will become instantly a target. Yes, you do. For scammers, for bots, for spammers, for everything. Why? Because they go for the people that start. The people at the top, like the amazing, I don't know, Carnage, for example, has an army of people defending that community. Besides that, they have safeguard, safeguard, safeguard. Now, those safeguards in the community and the mods and everything, they've built it over years. This is not something that happened to Carnage on day one. He went in, started go live, and he had 20 mods or editors or people behind him. No, he had to learn the same way years and years ago. And maybe he was better, but he still had to go through the same process. The difference is he saw the rise. Those are content creators that have seen the rise of those scammers. And step by step, they learn how to defend against every new wave of them. And now they are at a level, you go in their communities, massive communities, you're talking to thousands of people every single day watching these amazing content creators, and nothing happens in their chat. You start streaming and you're going to have spammer, bot, spammer, bot. People trying to scam you, people trying to get your money, people trying to get your details. They come for the little streamers, the brand new streamers, because they know the safeguards are not going to be there. Very, very rare you find somebody that has everything in place before they go live. Another big thing is streaming does take over. Yeah. So the massive reality family check that happened last year, I think this was the biggest struggle point. And here is the expectation you need to have. Right now, you may have a schedule of playing games. If you're young and single, enjoy it. if you have a few autumns under your belt, and if you have a family, you have children, you have grandkids, or your partner is next to you or stuff like that, you have a normal life and you have gaming in between those life events, and you think, oh, I can do it. I want you to understand it's a bit different, because when you go live, you're there. And imagine you go to a cinema and midway to the movie or on a streaming platform like Netflix or Amazon, the movie just pauses. The TV series you'll be watching or waiting to see it, it just pauses. Yeah, so that type of interaction is a bit different. So the biggest thing in the beginning, the biggest reality check for me was juggling work, family, and by family I mean a wife, 3 kids, and a dog. Yeah. And I can tell you right now, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for my wife, but we've done it. Why? Because I was lucky enough to have that support. And you need that support. It's a big step. This is not something you're going to do as a hobby and doesn't affect anyone else. You need to think about it. It's you also need that support. So start slow. That's what I should have done. I didn't. I went like an idiot, like a bull in a china shop, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna do all the hours. I'm gonna do everything," and I almost lost it. So, the big lessons in the beginning for me were the hardware. Yeah, because right now I was in a position where my gaming setup was doing a lot more, and I was having technical difficulties. I was stepping into a world of plugins for software and plugins for that software, and that software had to be configured, and and I don't want to scare you. It's very easy once you learn that everything can be done one step at a time. It's becoming very normal for you to get into that process. Preparations for going live and finishing. And then the big lesson was the social life. Having a 9 to 5 job and streaming and family life and everything, that had a massive reality check on me. It was, can I do all of them? And it was very hard. It's still very hard. So that was the big thing. Um, the next few weeks after the first month, let's say, people started coming in, and this is the reality. That should be your expectation. People will start dripping in, and look, this is gonna be your community. This was my community. In the beginning, I didn't know exactly the direction I wanted to go. I had an idea, but it was changing fast. The idea. People started coming in. We started chatting. Some of them were nice. Some of them were not nice. Some of them were antisocial. And I realized that it is a thing to go and do that to streamers and in different communities. And okay, it was a thing I had to learn. I was trying also the same time to copy the streamers I was watching in regards to what they were playing, when they were playing, how they were playing, and I realized that wasn't me. So the next few months were a process of learning what the stream is. Who am I as a streamer? And what is the stream about? And this is a big lesson I want you to have in mind. Don't go in with an idea. Set. Don't go in and say, I will never change that. Never say never. Things will change faster than you can believe, and be open to that. 100% be open to that. And here's the thing. When I started, my idea was gaming, variety, fun, and jokes, and let's have a laugh, let's build a community, let's build something. But there was nothing about the stream itself. There was nothing of the direction of the stream. It was just what I wanted to do. There was nothing about the community. There was nothing about the leading the community in a certain direction as part of the community. Yeah, like, let's go in this direction. This is where we all feel better. Everything was, when I started streaming, was about me, what I wanted to do. The dream that I'm gonna be the next Carnage again, or Asmongold, or it's me, JP, or name them. The hundreds of big streamers that you see them, you recognize them, you know who they are. That wasn't gonna happen. So the next 2 months, you're looking at reality setting and be open to that. Don't get depressed. Everyone goes through that. Not everyone is lucky to come 15 years ago with a guild from a big game, or come with a community from a different platform. No, people are now starting fresh. Okay? And you may start fresh. So start fresh. So have that expectation. Don't let it put down. That is the reality. And trust me when I say there's absolutely no video on YouTube, not even this one, that will make you go from 0 to 100 to 1,000 in 24 hours because you clicked on a setting. Those are fake. Okay? I know. I saw them all. They are fake. You're looking at people with 100,000, 200,000, a million subscribers on YouTube, or I don't know how many people on Twitch, and they do a video like this, and trust me, it's not going to change. But the new people are going like, oh my God, he has 1 million and I need to do it because he knows what he's talking. No, that was a clickbait. There are thousands, millions of videos of learn how to use the software, learn how to adjust a camera setting. That's not going to make your followers come in, oh my God, look at this guy. He has a shiny head. He's going to do what nobody has done. No. It doesn't work like that. You're improving the quality of your stream. You're improving the quality of your recordings, but that doesn't mean people will watch you. People will chuck money at you, and you're not going to have a hype train of level, I don't know, 15, 20, 40. No. You just made it better for you, for your community. So the next 2 months, I was learning about the community. The community was starting to build. One person here, one person there, people that have stuck. And I want you to understand right now, 1 year and a half, we're running about, we have days when we're around between 30, 40 concurrent viewers. We have days, depending on the games, when we are a lot higher than that. But we have people that have been in this community since I was streaming to 0 people. They pop in, they stack around. It was either the game I was playing, it was either the stuff I was saying, it was either the silly way I reacted to their comments. It was something about that stream that they found where nobody was watching, and they stuck around. And you will find them also. Another thing is enjoy what you're doing. At one point in the first 6 months, I forgot about that. So this is another big tip for you. Another big reality check. You need to enjoy what you do on stream. Now, unfortunately, at this point, I kind of started multi-streaming. I was pushing my limits and I was learning new stuff. So you may find all live recordings about stuff like that, and you'll find games I really did not enjoy playing. And at that stage, I was buying them. Yeah, even though they were a AAA game or a AAA game or indie game, I wasn't enjoying them. And I had to understand where I stand myself in front of that community that was started to grow. That was there. That was every morning. They were there. And that's when the biggest thing of the streaming popped. You see, having a community of one person to the highest number you can imagine, it's more important than the viewers, than the people watching streams. Having those people coming in and being part, you know, when you start growing, don't let them feel left out because they are your community. You are part of the same community. You are not the tip of the spear here. You are just a member of that community. It's just you are doing something and they enjoy being there with you. Not just sitting outside the house or the tavern and looking through the window. No, no, no. They are there with you. Yeah, so you are all enjoying. So I found a lot of people playing the same games and they were saying in chat, I'm playing the exact same game right now. I found a lot of people that, hey, I used to play this game. What do you think about this? And the conversation would flow and they became community members. I also found a lot of friends, a lot of lovely, lovely people. And here is where that idea comes in place. What I was saying a few minutes ago. The biggest lesson about your stream. Let it grow. Don't be stuck. Do not be stuck on an idea. Don't put a pin into something and say, I'm never changing this. Let it flow. Every business out there does exactly the same thing. Why shouldn't you? That's how it works. Let it develop. Sometimes you're going to go, I don't know, my stream is about high tech. I will never change that. 5 months later, you're not happy with that. Change it. Be happy. Talk with your community. Set the expectation. Guys, this is happening. I'm not saying it. I'm changing something. Be open to those ideas. And another big thing I want you to have, and you will not find it on. I couldn't. Maybe you did. I couldn't find it. Celebrate the small milestones. And I was so happy. I remember, and I need you guys to understand again, I'm not a big streamer. Okay. Maybe big in person, but not as in numbers. I celebrated the first time I had 10 followers, the first time I had a subscription. I celebrated the first people that followed on YouTube or subscribed on YouTube. And the same for every platform. Celebrate those milestones because those are going to be your achievements. And you may say to yourself, I'm going to do it better, faster. I'm going to grow to 1 million in a week. Celebrate what you do. Celebrate how you do it. Learn every single day. Now, looking at the last year, a lot of things have changed. And the most important part is how I stream and what I stream. So that massively, massively changed in the last year. The second part that changed was the view of the gaming industry. I was a consumer before. Now I'll showcase them. Yeah, now we discuss about different stuff on stream. We have a laugh, we have a joke, but the perspective has changed. While I'm still a gamer at heart, I still have to acknowledge that during the streams, it's not the same stuff as playing off stream. The biggest thing about the gaming industry that changed is at one point last year, and this was around, I think, August last year, I started getting emails and started getting contacted by agencies and small agencies for indie games. And recently for bigger games. And I started discussing with them, hey, what do you want? How do we do it? What are you showcasing? What's your game about? Conversations that had to develop. In that regards, the biggest shock was the fact that there were a lot more games than I ever had access to. And I am a Steam member for years, for decades. But right now, I was seeing games that were not on Steam yet. They were telling me, hey, we're going to push this one next in the next 6 months. What do you think? It's a little indie game, but do you want to play it for us? And these were directly from developers in different countries, teams I've never heard of. I agreed. We talked. Some of them I played it earlier before they were released as demos or early access. Some of them I started playing it way before early access. We were very lucky in those regards. The reality is how you build your stream, your consistency, the approach you have towards your community, that's going to make them come. That's going to be the biggest thing that pulls them in. The fact that you enjoy what you're doing. And this was the biggest change in the streaming part. Look, as I said in the beginning, if you would have told me that 1.5 years later I would have big AAA games given away in advance and by big AAA companies, or that I would have to spend 40 to 50 minutes on a Sunday night just to answer, 5 emails that came in as emergency requests. Hey, next week we're doing this. Do you want to be part of it? I would have left. But now everything changed. And one of the things I wanted to establish with this, with the Tavern talk, and in the future series, we're going to talk more about this, and we're going to break every point so you guys know exactly what to expect, how it goes, what you should know, and what the reality is. One of the big thing is everything changed. Like every single day, everything will change. And that should be your expectation. If you want to start streaming in 2026, stop watching videos of go from 0 to 1,000 in 2 hours because I'm a mega extra streamer. No, stop watching that shit. Go in with an open mind. Enjoy what you're going to play. Share your passion with others. Be open. Now, in regards to the camera, have it on, have it off. Be a YouTuber. Have nothing but talk with people. Interact. I have streamer friends that have started after me and they've done better than me with no camera. And that's the reality. And I wish them all the best. And well done for them because it was their approach to their community. So be open. Learn that this is not a job. Because you see, a lot of people think and have the expectation, I'm not going to start streaming. And the first month, when I get the first paycheck, is going to be bigger than my regular job. No, absolutely not. If you're doing it for that reason, no. The idea is no, don't do it. Not for that reason. Why? Because it's very different. You see, in order for you to reach a level where there is a financial gain, you need to have a big community. You need to have sponsors. You need to have sponsorships and segments in your videos. You need to grow a lot to reach a level where money is coming in. The cash is hitting you in the face and goes, you can do this every day now without needing anything. You get a job on the job market. You work for a month. At the end of the month, you get a salary. In streaming, you don't. And even once you start getting the money, I need you guys to understand, you're going to have months where up and down. Yeah. And maybe one time we're going to discuss about that. But the idea is don't go in and think, oh my God, I saw how much that guy that lives in the attic makes a month because he showed on stream. Do you know I can do a lot better than him, and I can be amazing, and I can make more money than him. No, that guy that lives in the attic, that's very controversial. For example, there's just as an example, he's been doing that for 15 years. He's been more used to having the word no chucked in his face than you can understand. It's just it happened behind camera. He learned a lot of stuff, like analytics of every video he's made and every stream he had. And there was a point where he finished the stream, he cracked on, he watched it. What can I do better? And he did it. And yes, then he changed. Then he changed again. And if you think he went, any streamer, any big streamer, if you think they started one way 10 years ago and they are exactly the same today, you're wrong. So it took them years to get there. And this is the expectation. This is the reality I need you to have with you. Be open-minded. No, you're not going to become a millionaire from streaming in, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours of streaming every day. You need to improve. If you want something better, you need to change and adapt. And it's okay. And that's the reality. I have a lot of friends, streamers, and we talk, and I'm amazed of how many lovely people I got to meet. But we were talking, and the request for advice came in, and this is how I started this Tavern talk. I kept telling them one thing, and some of them are new streamers, some of them, they were doing it for years and nothing was changing. And the thing is, you need to be honest to yourself. When you go live, be honest to yourself and start with a thick skin. You want to do something. You want to put an AI picture on your stream. Do it. A lot of people are against AI. A lot of people are against music. A lot of people are against this and that. And we're going to talk about all of this stuff in future videos. But you need to be honest to yourself. You like it. You love it. Try it. As long as you're following the TOS of the platform, you're on. You're not breaching any copyright laws. And please, please read those very carefully. Just do it. As a quick example, there is a big thing about music on streams. Yeah, I have a few streamers, big streamers, that they're amazing streamers that have music on streams, and they have a button in the new software called Meld, which is amazing, where it says music doesn't go on VOD. Here's the thing: you can be copyrighted when you're live if somebody reports you, or if the AI picks you up, or if somebody from that platform sees you. You do not play around with copyright. No, you can't have copyrighted music on your stream, no matter how you listen it. If it is during your recording, the TOS of any platform says no. They can't do it more simple than that. They say no. That's it. Don't do it. For some people, it's hard. Some people get shocked. Some people. But here's the lesson of that. If you look at the very, very top people in streaming, the one probably you've been watching, the ones I've been watching, they understood the TOS. And the TOS said no. So they went with no. And you know what? It's okay. Because that leads to legal actions. That leads to to a different ballgame. So just be mindful. And that was another big lesson I had to learn. Very big lesson. The TOS. Learn them. Looking back at the last 1 year, everything changed. And this is something I'm going to discuss in the next videos with you guys. And we're going to do it in more detail, but everything changed. My view about TOS, my view about what I wanted to stream, how I wanted to stream it. The stupid YouTube videos for if you start streaming in 2025, it was back then, today is 2026. And trust me, it is the same bullshit that has been, because I've done my research after that, and it was the same bullshit in 2026, 2025, 2024, 2023, and so on. You need to buy this overlay. No, you don't. You don't. You want to add an overlay? Yes, that's different. Add it for you, but not because if you buy this overlay from this mega extra super site that is free to use, basically it has 2 shit overlays free that everyone has, or you need to pay. So those are the stuffs I learned. Don't fall in that trap. It's not gonna work. You don't trust me? Choose a platform, any platform. Choose a category you want to watch, and then go down that list way down until you find the 5, 10, 100 people with 0 viewers, 1 viewer, 2 viewers, and click on them. And you're gonna see that out of 100 streamers you just saw, minimum 70% of them, so 70 people, are gonna have that stupid overlay. They're gonna have some stupid camera that costs more than they can make in 2 months, but you know, I wanna break through, man. And I know that if I put a good camera in, that's gonna change my stream and it's gonna make it better. Mommy, I'm gonna be a star. No, you're not. My first camera was a 720p. That was it. Shit quality, shit price. I think I paid about 20 quid for it. And it did the job. Matter of fact, it did the job so well, I replaced it with something else, still not a 4K camera. Can't afford it. And I'm not doing this video to buy that 4K camera. I'm doing this video to tell you, you don't need it. Okay? And that's the reality. I said earlier I'm going to talk about my gear, the gaming computer I had. And this is the reality, guys. I had the keyboard that was worth about $5. I have one now that's worth about $7. So about 5 quid now. I had a mouse that was no name, and every time I need to buy it, every 4 or 5 years I need to buy it. It's the same mouse under a different name, company name, delivered from by a big company the next day. It's around 15 quid. I bought a cheap camera. My wife actually bought it because that's what we could afford. And you know what? It was the best camera I ever had. Why? Because it was the first one and it was amazing and my face was on the internet. I had 2 screens indeed on my computer, which made life a bit easier. And I had a gaming computer. A game that ran games decent. Not a super extra ultra mega performance. No. Things improved. Things will improve, but improve them one step at a time. Please do not listen to the stupid training stuff on YouTube or anywhere else that tells you need to invest thousands and thousands of dollars or pounds or euros so you can be the mega and extra super califragilistic streamer. Do what I did. Press go live. See how you feel. After, watch your stream. Learn from it. Read about it. There are a lot of very good videos on YouTube. And I'll take this as a platform because I am putting this video on YouTube. There are very good ones that teach you how to use the software. How to adjust computer and Windows settings so that you can handle everything. Because right now you're going to stress your game with two big things. One is going to be the game itself, and then everything else has to be encoded and pushed on the internet. So your download, upload, and everything else is gonna go poof. Your video card is gonna go, bro. We started working a lot harder now. Why are we doing this? Your memory is gonna be like, what the hell? Yeah, your CPU is gonna be in a corner going like, bro, you want to change that cooler? So everything is gonna change. And if you have the super extra computer, well done for you. Test it. As I said, the first 6 months, I think every other day or 3 days, I had technical difficulties. The stream was stuttering, memory, computer, the software I was using for streaming, and everything else. And we can talk about that later on. So, why am I doing this? Why am I telling you all of this? The journey is very simple. Because I want you to have a real expectation. I want you to know that, yes, you may be the next super mega extra streamer. You may be the next famous streamer. You may be the next guy that wins the streamer awards. But it's not gonna happen in 1 week time. It's not gonna happen because you change an overlay. It's not gonna happen because you change the microphone settings. And it's not gonna happen because you make your voice deeper. I want you to be real with yourself. And if you start this journey, I'm here to answer the questions about my first year. And again, this is not my first 10 years. This is not, I don't know, how I made 1,000,000 viewers. No, this is how I made 1,000 followers. I think I'm up to 1,700 across 3 platforms, which is not huge, but you know what? For me, is the highest number ever. And I'm happy. And I keep learning every day. So where do we see the Tavern talk going in? Well, I'll try to do it on a consistent schedule. Right now I'm going on a holiday and everything is on Discord and everything else. But I will definitely try to have this on a weekend release. And while I want to break down a lot more of the first year of streaming, which was a fantastic journey altogether, I also want to be able to help you to bypass those stupid videos of how to do it, why to do it, how come, nah, do it like that because you're going to get 1,000,000. So we're going to bypass all of that. And we're going to look at the reality of streaming on any platform except TikTok, because I'm too old to understand how to go viral on TikTok. Sorry. But I'm still there. But the idea is very simple. We're gonna break down common stuff every day-to-day stream, how they go, how they feel, from a technical perspective, from a community perspective, how we're gonna talk about the community and how they come together. We're gonna talk about the friends and amazing people you're gonna find, and we're gonna talk about the no-sayers, the people that are gonna come in just to offend and bugger off. And we're gonna talk about all of those things in the Tavern Talk. And I am gonna keep making this, even if nobody's watching it. Why? Because I wish I had a reality video about how not everything is pink and fluffy, and how I'm not gonna make it as a big streamer, mommy, in a month. And I think I would have wanted more of a real opinion and a real talk. and not from somebody that has millions of subscribers. Not from somebody that has been doing this for 20 years. And why? It's very simple. And I want you to think about this. How many times have you seen in a business environment, in your town, in your city, the biggest shop in your city, going to the smallest shop and went, let me rearrange stuff for you. Let me do it and show you so you can become as big as me. And when you understand what I just said, let me know in comments. And here's the thing. 2024 December, really fast before we move on. I wasn't on Facebook, I wasn't on TikTok, I wasn't on YouTube. My main social was Reddit, a few subreddits here and there. Today, I can finish a video and say like and subscribe. I am present on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. We have Discord, and I need to reopen the Reddit channel and everything else. And those have been born because of the community. I want to discuss with you the advantages of multi-streaming, and I want to discuss with you the reality of multi-streaming. Because I saw a lot of videos that are bullshit. I saw a lot of good videos also. And I'm not referring to the technical ones. I'm not referring like there is a big presence that I've been watching and I learned from called Nati GG. And he talks more about the approach of the technical side. But there are a lot of videos out there telling you why yes, why no, bullshit reasons of multi-streaming. And I'm telling you, the reality is a bit different. From the technical side, going live, from monitoring 3 different chats, or 4 chats if you want to go on all of them. So we will approach all of this. This is a very small summary of, I don't know, about 50 minutes we've been talking, of my experience of my first year of streaming. And in the future ones, we're going to discuss more about the start, that first month that was awful, the progression, the community growth, how we made and how we've met amazing people across the planet, how we took people in that came in and they liked what they saw and they had compliments, and how I reacted to my first not pleasant comments. We will talk about all of those. So I invite you all, if you're a new streamer, if you're just starting, or you started and your experience is similar, let me know. You want me to talk about something specific from the first year and what I've done in this journey? Let me know. I'm more than happy to discuss with you. Welcome to the Tavern. The first episode is how I started. The next episode is how you're gonna start. With that, I want to wish you all a magical rest of your day, wherever you are, whoever you are. And if you want to go live, trust in yourself. Go live, enjoy it, have fun, and let me know how it went. Let me know how you felt. And if we can do something together, we'll do something together. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, see you next time at the Tavern Talk. I wish you all a magical day. Have fun.